Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to Films, Fights and Fitness, my weekly roundup of all the content worth viewing, streaming, watching. As you can see, this is a festive edition, thanks to my trusty glistening Christmas tree behind me. And we're going to be talking about some festive films to watch, but non-traditional festive films. If you're getting a little bit bored of the saccharine sweet Hallmark, Channel 5, or even the stuff that's coming out on Netflix now, which I find either goes too saccharine sweet or goes too far the other direction. It tries to be too clever and too cynical. I've got the films that are going to meet your needs. I've picked out 4 romantic comedies that are worth watching. Yeah, I said that. I never used to be into romantic comedies at all, but there's 4 films which I would say actually could qualify as just decent comedies or just decent dramas in one of the examples that happen to be set around about Christmas. I'll be touching on those. Anyone can watch them, male, female, old, young, regardless of your persuasion. I think these are films that anyone could get on board with and sit and enjoy. Okay, a little bit of fight news. Not news as such, but I'll be doing this fight special at the end of the week. Usyk versus Fury have had their little face-off. And we've also got Till versus Fury. Now, I know that the boxing purists are sick of these crossover fights, but actually this one's really entertaining and really telling as well. Darren Till of UFC MMA fame is facing off against Tommy Fury, Tyson's brother. Now, as much as you might hate the sound of these fights, Darren Till brings the energy, he brings the entertainment. It's already been fireworks at the press conference. He's gone to war with the entire Fury family by the seams of things. And that's what he brings to a lot of his fights. Hate it as much as you want. You won't be hating it if he beats up Tommy Fury and then goes on to beat up Jake Paul as well. I think the boxing purists, even the hardcore boxing purists would be tuning in for that one. Okay, so on to the festive film news. Nearly lost my words there. I said news. None of this is actually news because I'm specifically not talking about anything that is new. There's nothing. I went through everything on all the streaming platforms and I've got access to them all. I've been through everything and there's tons out there. There's new film, quite a few films, new Christmas films every year. And there's absolutely nothing worth watching. I've tried them all. I've watched them all either this year or last year or the year before. And there's nothing. That doesn't mean I've got to dig into ancient history to find anything worth watching. I've got a handful of films up my sleeve. I've actually got 4. I was going to pick 3, but then there was one that I couldn't leave off the list. I've got 4 decent, strong, male-driven romantic comedies that are all worth watching this Christmas. One of them nearly didn't make the list because it's not really a Christmas film, but it's a solid drama, solid comedy, genuine laugh out loud, genuinely heartfelt, and there is a scene towards the end where it's set at Christmas, so I think it just about qualifies for a runner-up prize. I'm also going to be exploring a couple of action movies. I'm sure you can guess one of the ones that's going to be in there. Talking about action movies that are also popular at Christmas and do qualify, by my estimation, as Christmas movies. So there we go. There's going to be 4 romantic comedies and 4 action movies from about past 10, 15, maybe 20 years maximum, which are all worth watching and all Christmas themed and can be watched by male, female, old, young, regardless of your political persuasions or any other persuasions. They're just good films, solid drama, solid comedy, Christmas themes. Okay, without further ado, let's get on to my list of romantic comedies from the last 20 or so years, I think, that are worth watching this Christmas. Romantic comedies have long been seen as a genre aimed at women, but every now and then, few standout movies come along that flip the script. These films manage to blend humour, heart, and relatable themes in a way that speaks just as much to men. By tackling universal struggles like self-discovery, relationships, mental health in men, and family chaos, of course, you need that every Christmas, often with a good dose of sharp wit, they do prove that rom-coms can be for everyone. Let's dive into a few standout examples that do break that mold. Okay, number 1 is our runner-up. Now, This is only a runner-up because technically it's not a Christmas movie, as I've alluded to. It actually opens up in October and goes through November, and the final act is set at Christmas. And that is Silver Linings Playbook. Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence in what is a brilliant mix of humour, heart, raw emotion, which actually captured the attention of critics everywhere, which is unusual for a romantic comedy, if you can even call it that. It's really a strong drama with a lot of comedy in it, and romance, and a Christmas scene right at the end. Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence deliver unforgettable performances, both of them playing characters suffering with mental health issues, which kind of repel each other at the same time as locking into each other, I guess you could say, which we're all aware of when we first start a relationship. Jennifer Lawrence actually won the Oscar, for her role as the fiery and unpredictable Tiffany. The script it's very sharp, it's deeply empathetic, explores mental health and the sort of resilience to deal with mental health, and the messy beauty of relationships. It's a movie that makes you laugh, think, and root for his flawed but lovable characters. If you've seen it, it's worth a second viewing. I think you'll agree. Leave a comment, leave a note, let me know what you think about it. If you haven't seen it, stick it on early, before you get too close to Christmas, because as I say, it's not quite a Christmas movie, but there's still time to watch it before the season properly kicks in. Okay. Next up, at number 3 in my list of Christmas rom-coms worth watching for any audience, is Four Christmases. Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon. Why these two have never been paired together before, I don't think they have anyway. I can't think that they have. They're brilliant. The chemistry between them really does work. They're both brilliant comedy actors, and they can both do that heartfelt thing as well, I think. So Four Christmases is a holiday comedy, a Christmas comedy that delivers big laughs and plenty of awkward family moments. It was also praised by critics for its clever take on modern relationships and the chaos of blended families, because the setup is that they've each got parents who have broken up, so they've got to do 4 Christmases. Mum, dad, mum, dad. Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon bring really good chemistry, and I said really good comedy timing, the pair of them, as a couple forced to navigate 4 wildly different family gatherings. It's funny, it's festive, and hits just the right amount of Christmas madness. If you're in the mood, for a relatable Christmas movie with a little bit of chaos on the side, this one's for you. It's worth it just to see Vince Vaughn being Vince Vaughn, to be perfectly honest. So that is 4 Christmases at number 3. Number 3 in my list. Okay, at number 2, Office Christmas Party. Now, this is a Christmas movie on a big budget scale. This is Hollywood spectacle. Outrageous fun, over the top antics. Completely different to the two I've mentioned before. I mean, they're kind of different. Certainly different to Silver Linings Playbook. Not so different, perhaps, to Four Christmases, which has got a lot of that over the top, outrageous Christmas antics. The stunts are amazing in this. The massive party scene is just out of this world for something which is essentially a Christmas romantic comedy. You wouldn't expect this kind of budget and this kind of scale. It's a comedy that pulls out all the stops. But what I think really makes it shine is how Jason Bateman and Jennifer Aniston ground all the chaos. Jason Bateman brings his classic everyman charm, while Jennifer Aniston's sharp, no-nonsense energy adds depth to the story. She's Rachel gone crazy. Rachel from Friends, that is, gone crazy. She's Devil Wears Prada. She's just brilliant in this film. What I love about it is the fact that you've got all these big antics going on, but it also retains some of that family feels. They transform the film into more than just the wild ride that it could have been. It's a genuinely heartfelt Christmas movie about, I guess, finding connection and saving the day, and family mattering most, whether it's your actual family or your friends or your workplace family, whatever you want to call it. Again, definitely worth a look this Christmas. Laugh out loud all the way through with some Christmas all the way through as well. It doesn't get much more Christmas movie than Office Christmas Party. Genuinely funny, genuinely heartfelt, worth a watch. As I say, men, women, old, young, no matter what your persuasion, I'm pretty sure there's something in this for everyone. Okay, and at number 1, my favourite romantic comedy Christmas movie of all time, Just Friends, with Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds at his very best. It's a masterclass of razor-sharp comedy. Critics loved it because of the clever script. It's got biting humour, relatable moments, all wrapped up in festive charm. Ryan Reynolds delivers his signature wit, but it's Anna Faris that really shines as the chaotic pop star Samantha James. Every scene she's in is pure gold. It's not just funny, it's smart, it's self-aware, and it's perfectly balanced with a good dose of heart. If you're looking for more of a Christmas movie that's both hilarious and critically praised, Just Friends is a must-watch. Let me know what you think of that underrated, in my opinion, that underrated gem. Okay, Die Hard. Let's get straight to the point. Is it a Christmas movie, yes or no? In my estimation, it always has been, and that was not me jumping on the bandwagon of this recent furore about whether or not it is a Christmas movie. That's because me and my brother have watched it every Christmas since I can remember, or at least when we were younger. And not just Die Hard either, Die Hard 2, which I would argue is even more of a Christmas movie. They leaned into it at that point. By the time it got to Die Hard 2, they leaned into the idea of it being a Christmas film, being an action movie that could be sold at Christmas, and they filmed the entire thing in snow. So Die Hard 1 and 2 are absolutely Christmas movies. Die Hard is not just an action classic, it's one of the greatest Christmas films ever made. Set during an office Christmas party turned hostage situation, the festive backdrop adds a brilliant contrast to the high-stakes action. The use of Christmas motifs is clever and ironic, from the tinsel-decked setting to John McClane's infamous "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho" taunt. Bruce Willis is unforgettable as John McClane, a New York cop who's just trying to reconnect with his family but ends up battling terrorists instead. The Christmas theme runs deeper than decorations. It's about love, sacrifice and redemption, all wrapped up in a sharp script and explosive action. Alan Rickman's Hans Gruber is the perfect foil, a villain whose charm almost makes you root for him. Die Hard proves that Christmas films don't need to be cozy to capture the spirit of the season. It's a high-octane holiday masterpiece that's as thrilling as it is festive. Die Hard 2 takes the Christmas action formula of the original and ups the ante, swapping a skyscraper for an airport blanketed in festive snow. Once again, Bruce Willis's John McClane finds himself battling terrorists, this time while trying to ensure his wife's plane lands safely. The Christmas setting isn't just a backdrop, it's a constant reminder of the stakes, with McClane navigating chaos during what should be the most peaceful time of the year. The holiday motif adds irony and tension as Christmas carols play over high-octane shootouts and explosive set pieces. While it's bigger and brasher than the first film, it still finds time for humour and John McClane's signature wit. Bruce Willis brings the same everyman charm, making you root for him even as the odds stack up. With its snow-covered action, festive spirit and a relentless pace, Die Hard 2 cements itself as another unconventional Christmas classic. Lethal Weapon might not be the first film that comes to mind when you think of Christmas, but Shane Black's masterful use of the festive season as a backdrop gives this iconic action film a unique charm. The Christmas motif is woven throughout, from the opening scene with Jingle Bell Rock to the twinkling lights framing explosive shootouts. It's not just decoration. The season subtly underscores the themes of redemption, family, and connection in the story. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover shine as the mismatched duo of Riggs and Murtaugh, with their growing friendship adding a heartfelt layer to the adrenaline-fueled chaos. Shane Black's script is razor-sharp, blending the grit of an action thriller with moments of dark humour and holiday sentimentality. Beneath the gunfire and car chases, it's ultimately a film about finding hope and camaraderie during the loneliest time of the year. A perfect mix of edge and warmth for anyone who loves their Christmas with a bit of a kick. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is the ultimate Christmas movie for anyone who loves their Christmas spirit, wrapped in dark humour, sharp dialogue and a side of murder mystery. Set against the glitz and the grit of LA during the holidays, it cleverly uses the Christmas theme as a backdrop for its chaotic story of crime, redemption and unlikely friendships. Robert Downey Jr. is pitch perfect as Harry, a thief-turned-actor, caught in a noir-inspired web, while Val Kilmer's dry wit as private detective Gay Perry steals every scene. What makes this film stand out as a Christmas classic is how it subverts the usual Christmas tropes. Instead of cozy fireplaces and family gatherings, you get Christmas lights illuminating crime scenes and Yuletide cheer colliding with sharp, self-aware humour. Beneath the action and cynicism, though, there's a surprisingly warm story about second chances and unexpected connections, making it the perfect watch for those who like their Christmas movies a little bit unconventional. Krampus flips the traditional Christmas film on its head completely, delivering a wickedly fun mix of comedy and horror. This isn't your cozy, feel-good holiday story, it's a dark, cautionary tale about what happens when the festive spirit goes sour. When a dysfunctional family's lack of Christmas cheer summons the demonic Krampus, they're thrown into a nightmarish battle for survival, complete with sinister toys, creepy gingerbread men, and a snowstorm that feels straight out of a nightmare. What sets Krampus apart is its tone. It masterfully balances genuine scares with dark humour, never taking itself too seriously. The cast, led by Adam Scott and Toni Collette, leans into the chaos with just the right amount of self-awareness, making it both terrifying and hilariously entertaining. With its twisted take on Christmas traditions, Krampus is perfect for anyone who loves their festive films with a bit of an edge. It's a cautionary tale wrapped in holiday cheer and chaos, a must-watch for fans of comedy horror. Just remember to stay on Santa's nice list. Gremlins is the ultimate blend of Christmas cheer and chaotic mayhem, making it a perfect festive film for fans of comedy horror. Set in a snowy small town decked out for the season, it starts off like a classic holiday story, complete with a cute and cuddly mogwai named Gizmo as the ultimate Christmas gift. But when the rules are broken, all hell breaks loose and the Gremlins turn the Yuletide into a hilarious, mischievous nightmare. Joe Dante masterfully balances slapstick humour with genuine scares, creating a film that's equal parts funny and unsettling. The Christmas setting adds to the irony, with the Gremlins wreaking havoc in tinsel-covered streets and caroling in their own twisted way. At its heart, though, Gremlins is a cautionary tale about responsibility, wrapped in holiday chaos and spiked with dark humour. If you're looking for a Christmas movie that's festive, funny and just a little sinister, Gremlins is a timeless classic that still delivers. Just remember, no bright lights.